Les pas ouvrir la porte. There was no sign at the door. It was taken down. This is a sign out. They put up their own sign. Okay. Talking to myself, just really weird, really weird. Went into a bit, I passed by a few stores today, and they changed the signs. I want to just enhance this picture. They changed the signs. They took away the sign to where the masking there. So I walked in without a mask because it didn't have it on the door. Although there was one up on the wall, I didn't see that until I left. And the woman I kept telling her, hey, I mean, everybody's taking it down. You can do this and do that. Yeah, but they're just the employees. So maybe I just should have stayed quiet. But I just, if they didn't know and I can help them with something that I believe that I do know according to what I read, it is what it is. Anyways, somehow the color seems to be a little off. Don't want it too bright. Don't want it too down. The contrast. No, got it. Okay, we're going to see if we can work with this. Anyways, left the store. And it just seems like all those signs are down. So this is what I want to start with. Everything keeps relating to DC. Everything. Even to the size of the area space of the Monopoly board, right? Area space of the Monopoly board. Just trying to think of something. 48, right? So 48, you would have 16. Hold on a second. 48. This is just for me. I have to write this down. 48. Monopoly is 48 on the outside. I'll explain it to you. Okay. The Monopoly is 48 on the outside. You have one over here, and then you have surrounding. And I do it, what is there? 2 here, 2 here. Okay. And then you have surrounding. And I do it this size because of the corners. And I'm not really straight on, 2 off, here, and here. Here's 1. Okay. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 24. That's the core, the turning core. If that's 24, how much is going to be here? This was 8 and this was 16. This one over here will be 24 and 32. So there's going to be 56 over here. If there's 56 over here, there's going to be 32. There's going to be 40 and 48 here. So this is where it is. This is where it is. 88. So the distance between here and here is 32, and the distance between here and here is 32. Beta creation of the day of 1. And what is that 1? It is the 25th Earth's heart. We do know when you stand on 17, right? You stand on 17. What number are you? I'm number 17. Because I'm standing on 17. Nobody else can stand here but me. Only me can stand here. That's it. Because if you stand on me, you become me, and I have to go way back home if you stand on me. You know, some of the games, if you land, you take the spot and you send the other one home. 17 and 17 equals to 34 DC. 7 and 7, 14. 7 and 7. 1 and 1 is 2. 2, 1, 4. I'm not going to say we're going to go 2, 1, 4. So this becomes 2 and 5, and that is Earth. So 3 and 4 equals 7. 2 and 5 equals 7. Where's the next number on the cube? The next number on the cube is 1 and 6 equal to 7. So instead of saying 1 and 6, I'm going to go O, 15, N, 14, E5 equals 34. 6, 19, S, 19, I, 9 plus X, 24 equals to 28, and 24 equals to 52. So 6 and 1 equal to 86,777. There is your magical understanding where the division between 6 and 8 and is created by 2 and 4. In between 2 and 4 is 64. And 64 will create the division of 1 mathematically. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 plus 4 equals to 10 equals to 34. This one over here is going to equal to, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to minus it, and I'm going to put 14. So that would be 5, and that would be 7. So, and I knew this right away. I already know that this is the moon of DC. This is the DC moon. And when you get a DC moon, okay, we all have to know that the value of 43, okay, or 34, okay, is that hot is number 43. Cold is number 34. Red hot, okay, is 27 and 4370. Cold blue, okay, equals to 74. So blue and cold 74 is Jesus of time. The other one is 70, is spirit of 76, which creates the half-life. You mix the two together, you get 75 or 3/4. 75% is 3/4 of. And this is the outstanding ways that the Monopoly board go. The Monopoly board, I mean, it all narrows it all down for you, because in these positions are the trains. Position 6, 16, 26, and 36. The corners are number 1, number 11, number 21, and number 31. So when you get blackjack, you got 21, you get free parking. If you wanted to look at this as the dark board, I would say the number 1 position over here would be worth 50. 1 equals to 50. So if you're going to look at that as 1 equals to 50, okay, I'm going to turn it around and either say this one, reverse of this, okay, included in this. But can we say it is included in this? Or is this and this partaking in this? Because this is the wholeness of all. There's only 2 wholeness. It's 5 and 6, 11. There is no other. You see, if I hold it this way, those 2 dots, if I shift those 2 dots up, right? If this was Rubik's Cube and I shifted those 2 dots up, I'd like to turn this into a Rubik's Cube, okay? I want to move these 2 dots are in this position and fill in these 2 here. Would that be possible? Only holding my dice cube this way. Let me see if I can get a better light. Is that good light or that's terrible light? I don't know. Something's wrong with this. Restored defaults? No? Okay, yeah, maybe that's a little bit better. So you see, when I hold it this way, if I move this up, this one's going to go away. So somehow I have to get another 2 here in order to get these 2 in this position. Without moving this one here, I have to move this one away. So we have to turn this around and figure out. We can't do it here because there are none. We can't do it here. There are none, right? There's nothing nowhere. There's nothing like this. There's no other one that partakes in the 6th position, in these 2 positions. So 6 has to come into 5, or we're only going to work 6 and 5, 11. 6 and 5, 11. That is your only 11. Anyways, that's what happens with this scenario. This is Monopoly, and why I say this is 88, right? Which I always tell you that 78 or 87 is the gateway, okay, which is created by standing on 17. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 8 equals to 7. Where is this in Monopoly? Well, when you play Monopoly, agree or disagree that all the corners are square. Since all the corners are square and all the properties or other area spaces are rectangle, we're going to create this as the smallest dimension of the game. Okay, so in making this the smallest dimension of the game, we are going to count squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. How is this set up? It's actually 1, 2, then it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then it's actually, I want to call this one number 1 again. And I should have called this one again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I should have did. Why? Because each one has its own area. So I'm going to do it again, and not to confuse you. 1, 2. Then over here becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then over here it becomes 1. Then over here it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then over here it's 1, 2. And the reason I'm doing this, okay, and by the way, once you bring these together, or maybe I should start it on the next level, is 2, 3. Oh, no, anyways, the reason I bring this all together, because its real value is 1. Its real value is 1. Okay, over here. The true value of the corners, okay, don't forget there's an area here also showing right here, area 0, 1 and 1, 1, 0, 1, because these are already counted this way. The calculation comes this way. Have you ever seen calculations? I don't know if I have it in this book. They've done calculations. Oh, too bad you can't see this stuff. Yeah, something my autofocus is on. Terrible, terrible camera. Okay, that's better. I'm going to see if I can just close this window. I'm going to see if I can fix this a little bit. I'm too fast. I'm not looking what's happening. Not looking what's happening. Okay, just let me pick this up here. Anyways, I'll draw it out. What happens is when you're looking at something on a grid, right? This is area. Wow, why is that light so terrible? This is area 0. So you put, here's your area, which is your indexes, I think they call them, right? And here it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and then you go 1 times 1, 1, 2 times 2, 4, 3 times 3, 9. So now your sequence is 1, 4, 9. And then you'll fill in all your other numbers. This is what I do indexing. So anyways, here's my 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8 equals to 7 and 8. I never finished this. I have to finish this. I'm very sorry. Okay, that's where this number 17 comes in. Boy, I have to just stop for a second. Where was I discussing this from? 7 and 8. I do not remember. But anyways, when you add up 1 through 12, okay, it equals to 78. The queen is the 12th card in the deck. The Q is the 17th card, and that adds up to 153. When you add 1 through 17, it equals to 153. That'll say ace. But it also says, it says electric company. It says man, 1 and 3. Inside of 1 and 3 is 5, which is the halfway. You have to look at 5 either 4 away or 3 in between or 1 in between. There's 1 in between 3 and 5, and there's 3 in between 1 and 5, 2, 3, 4, the vibration. This says ace as well, so there's a story in everything. As well, 1 and 17 is actually the same thing as saying 1 and 8. 1 and 8 is actually like showing me this. Every side has 9. Remember that. 9 areas to make those dots. This is 1 and 8. The 8 you do not see. It is void. There are 2 of the 8 that you can never have at the same time. It's either 6 this way or it's this way. It's what's happening over the period of time, the width or the height. Try and remember everything I speak about. I do not remember where the 1 and 7 came up from again. although it's the recipe of Mars. Okay, it is the recipe of Mars. Blackjack, stand on 17. Pay me off 3-2 beta creation, or 1.5 to 1, which is the numeric value for Mars. Right there, which is the creation of the percentage sign, area 51, connecting 8 through the 7th gate. They're both the 7th gate. When you pass through to the other side, the division of the 7th gate, when you draw it this way, did I get this right? When you draw it that way, we create like this, and now we have an area here, an area here, an area here, an area here. It's been, see that? You created the swastika, more or less. How else can I create this? It would have to be deeper, right? We'll go from the top to the bottom, so I can go like this. Yeah, in the nine numbers. I'm just going to put any numbers here. 6, 4. Okay, I'm just going to do this. We're going to go like this. I'm going to go like this, and like this. And then I'm going to go like this, and like that. And what I'm actually telling you, if it was off of this, right? Take a look at them. It would be 365.47 days versus the reverse of 125.89. So I'm trying to figure out is what is grinding up our days. Do you understand? 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 3, 6, 5, 4, 7. Where do I get all my information? All the information, whatever I use, has to exist from somebody else's creation. It has to be somebody, the smart people with diplomas. You just give me all the information with your diplomas, and we'll go and work on it. We'll go work on it. I know I jumped around there. I'm going to have to come back to this piece. I'm going to have to work on the 125. When it's 125, you can look at it as every time I see 125, right away it's it's the student, it's the memory. And I take this from the internet. It's just me, 512 memory. Isn't that what it is? Put me on a joystick. I don't know. Don't forget the ride. Let me in as long as you know the secret. Stay happy no matter what they're taking away from you and how much of your liberty you lose. In our minds, we're set out not to defend ourselves. Let the others defend us because we don't have the right to defend ourselves anymore. We're caught between a rock and a hard place unless we stick all together and we know the truth. It's hard to explain what it is. Okay, let's just move on. I'm thirsty. Got some good old carrot juice over here. Good old carrot juice. Got some carrot juice. Lots of carrot juice. You know what? I should mix it with something. I'm going to mix. Oh, yeah. We're going to do this. Okay, I haven't done this today. I don't think this is going to ruin it. I hope not. I hope not. We're going to put a little bit of a mixture of carrot juice here. And I'm going to try and fix this picture. Hey, there's 4 people looking at this screen right now. What are you doing? Sunday at 5:49 here in Quebec. Look at that. It looks horrible. I would never. No, actually, it looks pretty refreshing. I'm going to tell myself the truth. In the last week, I haven't been drinking enough. And if you drink alcohol, why they call it spirit is because you're cutting them away. Okay. Hi, Michelle. They have Mars erasers. They have a lot of stuff on Mars out there. Mars, Mars, Mars. You know, they wrote a song to do with Mars, and I had a pamphlet I wanted to take out. And hold on a second. From 1980, and I have a biscuit, so just give me a minute. Where did I put this? Hold on. Oh, I'm looking for something, okay? I'm having a biscuit. Wow. I got to look through all this paper, eh? Give me a second. I never prepare, eh? Never prepare. You know what's funny? Some of my designs that are online, they won't let me buy them anymore because they have to do with Muhammad Ali stinging like a bee. Mm-hmm. You know what? I thought it would be here. It's not. It's not here. Maybe it is, but I don't want anybody to wait. Okay. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'm going to stick on the same subject, but I do want to mention this. In certain math equations, I have seen others do certain things. And the other certain thing that they do with this equation is they'll recount the 17 and the 1 reverse equals to 18. And that's where the first half of numbers end. And that is the letter R. In the same thing, when I go from 1 to 8, right, I will add them up together equaling to 9, and that is I. The equation is 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. Can I just say star system? Can I just say star system of what? What would I say? Star system 33? 3 times, I can't say star system 36. 3 times 6. So if I would go star system 36, star is on number 8. So that would be, I would understand that that would be in the heavens. So the birth is in the heavens. So anyways, just to say that it's this equation that's so special that brings both family members together. The R is in the I9 family. It just brings them together. I just thought that was ironic. The funny thing about this is that when you add up 1 to 17, as I said, equals to 153. When you add up 1 to 18, it equals to 171. Before and after, it's just ironic that these things happen. Then I jumped on to Monopoly. What I did in Monopoly is when you count from the center on diagonal, or the center on diagonal, okay, there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. 6, 1, 6. 6, 1, 6. The whole board, okay, is 1, 6, 1, 6. But in reality, it should be 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. What I'm talking about is there's 1 square here, okay? There's 4 squares here, and there's 2 squares here. And it's all around the board. 42 and 42, 84, 1984, 1984, 1984. I don't know why I'm saying that. So the Monopoly board goes around the outside. There are 48. The one row right over here in each of the corners, okay, in each of the corners, you see, because there's 4 squares to create this board, this area here going around, that's still considered on the land and not in the middle of the board, and the area of play, not in the middle of the board, that area is 40. This tells me about blue. This tells me about buy, about sell. It tells me about the sun of Pluto, and it will create in the star system 44, which creates the division of the 7th gate of day and night. 16 and 8 equals to 7 and 8. 7 and 8, we land up on the queen. When you add up 1 to 12, the female, which is the resident angel, because of what 12 does, and it doesn't only do it here. The Mayan, even if I can remember how, there was it down this way, down this way, down this way. I don't know. The Mayan are able to draw their letters, but the R is more or less 1 and 2 coming together. Where was I? I'm on the back page. Oh, yes. This is the part that really made me want to come on. Okay. I'm going to just read that. Yeah, I have to. Thank you very much for reminding me. My cat needs a few temptations. I don't know where she is. Kitty cat, where are you? Okay, not here. What brought me on to this, okay, is I was trying to understand how can I get width, okay, the width of the bed. This is the separation of H. You're lying down, okay? Your head is not towards the sky and your feet are not towards the earth. You're lying down. What is the reason for keeping your feet up? They say something keeps you more comfortable, or putting something under your knees. But whatever it is, this is the H. The I, okay, the before and the after. In the word in French, a lot of people say half earth, half terre. Terre meaning earth, half. So this is the before or the 2-4. Maybe the 24-hour day of the half earth. I don't know. But this is the division. But what happens is when you get to the end, you end up with the average of this. This is a period of time elapsing. Okay, the period of time elapsing. Where you were during that period of time is based on I. Where you were during the period of time in H is based on I. That is the way I see it. Muhammad Ali, his home has some of the stone from the Sphinx in Egypt. You used to be able to touch it and feel the energy, but they covered the exterior now with an extra layer of stone, so you can't. Wow, very funny that you say that. Wow, touching. Okay. So to know that height, okay, height and distance is number 89, and they call that a natural. Remember, we need area space, voided area space in order to move. Now, in the next one, I needed to understand height, I needed to understand depth, and I needed to understand distance. The greatest distance on a straight line is to walk diagonal. I want to write this down. The greatest distance on a straight line is walking diagonal. Now the question is, what is diagonal? If you walk on a ball and the whole ball is the same, what would be diagonal? If you want to go all the way around the ball, You want to go as straight as you can to the center of the ball. But anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I'm showing you here. I'm going to see if I can get this out and show you exactly what I did. And remember, I am not a mathematician. Sorry, I'm not a mathematician. I'm a mathemagician. Okay? I find things to work out, and they got to be real. You got to find them in Webster's. We have to have reference. The smartest people with diplomas have to have created. Anything that I do had to have been created by somebody, okay, that was either in a book created, accepted by the world. Okay, so now where am I going to go? I'm going to have to go from here. So I think I'm going to have to continue. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Oh, and another thing is, no, we're not going to go into that right now. I'm going to explain this piece over here. Counting the number of squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, to where this square is on both sides of the line. So there are 4. Here there are 1, 2, 3, where this is on both sides of the line. So this is 3 by 4, 3 by 4. I come over here and I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 by 4. This is 3 by 4. 28. That is the cycle of our moon. 73 is our rotation. 73, 1 and 36. 36 on 1. 7, 3, 3, 7. Christmas. Christmas. Mars past Christmas. And what I didn't say is that the Mars past Christmas and the spirit of 76 is all in the same dimension of that word. Christmas is the 7733. Pass is numeric value 55. To create 55 from the basic value of 16, which is from the division of 8 and 4, which comes out of Pluto's sun, buy and sell. Jesus was at the market. They were buying and selling. Let me get back to 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 7 and 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 plus 6 equals to 13. Plus 42 equals to 55. Pass. Can we make it a sky pass? S19, K11 equals to 30. The sky pass of day. Now y equals to 25 and 30 equals to 55. We now have a sky pass. So right now the word that has to be trumped right now is the both words either together or apart, and it's sky pass. Somehow we have to not accept the word sky pass. If I say accept it, that's easy. We have to do what's hard because everybody's going to say, why shouldn't I accept it? It's excitement right now. It's adrenaline flowing inside of you. Sky pass. Don't accept it. It's not a real sky pass. They're trying to skip you, con you into accepting that formation of words, that dimension in your mind, for it to release in another dimension of an area of which you don't understand, and neither do I, because it's all science fiction to me. But I believe if there's a thought and a chance that I can create the thought in my mind, then it can become reality. And in that reality, we cannot accept the word sky pass. And it's not only coming from me, but ask John O'Connor. He should know all about it because that's where it comes from. Terminator. And now I'm hearing a lot of things about people going on vacation and passes, vacation and passes, vacation and passes. That's all I hear. You can't get on the plane unless you're going on vacation with a pass. I'm saying, where are you going? To Walt Disney? I must be going to Walt Disney. In fact, Walt Disney is now all over the world. You need a pay pass to get on through. It's Walt Disney World. Everybody has a chuckle and you're all laughing because now it's twice as hard to move because you've turned it into a circus because you can't protect yourself from your own reality. Refocus, my friends. Refocus. So that's where the word sky pass. And now I'm going to go back and show you these angles. I want to show you these angles. And I don't know what this angle is. I took the angle of what I did is I went over 4 and I went down 2. And then I went over 4 and I went down 2. And then I went over 4 and went down 2. And in this one, I ran a 45-degree angle. So if this is a 45-degree angle and this is a less of an angle, this is where we met. So I'm trying to understand if this is where we met, and I have to do a 3-in-1 cycle. A 3-in-1 cycle is the 3 years in the leap year. A 3-in-1 cycle is I'm going to show you, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and I'm not going to tell you the other one, but that's where we started. You have to go back to where you are twice. Back to the beginning twice. So that's why I have to create this. So I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So now I know that's a cycle. And I run my magic wand. Where's my other magic wand? Okay, in between the two. And look at that. We harmonize with something that looks like a number 4. So that's area number 2. Now we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's over here. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to draw that line. And now you got number 44. So now we're going to go on and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last line we draw is over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles, exactly like this. How many did we get down here? We had a total of 16 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me go all the way out to here. Let me count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by 16 pi. Now the height from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 8. And I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean yet. Okay. And now how far is it down from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's 16. And what is the, what is that number here? What is that number here? And that number here should be 16, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 16. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, I'm having trouble even seeing this box here. So it's this box over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that right? 16 by 17? Wow, 16 by 17. So what, this is not the same size. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, 17 by 16. Where's my calculator? Is anybody still here? I guess everybody left after I took my time. I have to understand what I'm doing, right? Hey, Mac, how you doing? Where's my calculator? Wow, okay, I'm going to calculate it myself. 17 by 16 is 170 and 60 and 42, 112, 282, cycle of the moon, 282 equals 282. This one is 90 and 144. Cycle of the moon, minutes of the day, 9 by 7, 8 and 7, 9 and 7, 7, 8, 7 and 8, and 7 and 9. Okay, I understand what that means. Anyways, this is the size I need, okay, in order to match the 45-degree angle with this angle. So I just have to understand this a little bit more of what's going on. How is it possible that was 16 from here to here, and this was so much further away? Let me try and see if I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, this is so hard to count now, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there are 16. And here I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's right. That's the exact count. So that's the size I need. Now, if you take a look at it, doesn't it look like there's a distance inside of it? Because, I don't know, on its own, maybe if I put these a little bit different, I'm now building some sort of a bridge, and now it seems to, I've written on it so much, it's almost like it's like standing up. It's like a building of some sort. It's going down. It's maybe a ladder, and this part is held onto the post, and this is the distance. Remember, when you're climbing a ladder, I don't know where this comes from. When you're climbing a ladder, you need the space, right? You don't have the pieces right on it. You know, on a tree, yeah, you put your foot on the left, the foot on the right. But when it's not a tree, you put your 2 feet together on the ladder. So anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about, was this angle thing here. I want to understand this angle thing that I made. Okay. It went from 8 separation, okay, on the top to no separation on the bottom. What is the angle running 16 blocks, having this being 17 by 16, and not doing any of this on purpose? I'd like to know what that math equation is. Man, if I could get what you're saying, I think I'd run screaming through the house. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you even easier. All I did is draw a line from here to here. This was a line that was on an angle of 45 degrees. That's it. I went down 8 spaces from here to here. Okay, I went down from here all the way to here. And I drew a line, okay, all the way to this area over here. Now I had to choose when to stop. I chose when to stop by understanding a purpose of distance. I had to have some formation. My formation was like this. Okay, since it was every fourth one, because a dice cube, okay, has 4 sides in reality, because there's 4 seasons, because there's 4 suits. It seems like there's 4 all the time, all the time. 3 and then a leap year is 4. So I formatted at 4. Not only that, okay, I also formatted it at 4 is because A plus B plus C plus D equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. I started on 1. I end at 1. I put 1 right over here in the center of all. But forget about that. I just made separations of 4. 4 areas, 4 areas, 4 areas, and 4 areas. By the time I got to those 4 areas, 4 times 4 is 16. So I went down to 16. I went a 45-degree angle. I went down 16 squares, and I stopped right over here. Then I went down 8. Since I went 16, right? Since I went 16, the other one, I went 8. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4. Okay, this is the creation of that 7th gate. I'm not going to get into that yet. I'll explain it, okay? And don't forget, I'm only talking off, okay, when I call it the 7th gate, 7 and 8 coming together is because you have to go from leaving your house, your 7th gate, walking in the street in the 8th heaven, where everybody can go, into somebody else's house of their 7th gate. 7th gate, open space, 7th gate. So I dropped down 8. So I dropped down 8 over here. So I made a separation of 8. And I came all the way down here to meet my angle that was on 45 degrees. And this is what happened. These are the numbers. Physical, yes, physical location. This is a physical location right here. Physical location right here. This has to be done this way. It has to be. You see, I want to just show you one little, just tiny little design. I'm going to redo this smaller for a second, okay? Let's see. I went down 4 by 4. So I want to move that down into a quarter. So now I'm going to move down 4. And now I'm only going to move down, I went 1/4 here. So here I'm only going to move down to here. And that's it. That is that. Here I went 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Here I went, multiply it by 4. I went 4 here. I went 16 here. I went 8 here. I went 2 here. So I did everything by 1/4. So now I did everything by 1/4. Here's my 45-degree angle. I'm just looking at something. Anyways, okay, so yeah, so I went down by 8 and I went 16, and this is the difference. These numbers, okay, where did these numbers come from? Where did these numbers come from? This is the difference. I use it as day and night because I believe in signs show me, and because of the number value, okay, of how long our actual day and nights are, I make it 16 and 8. Twice as long the day as the night, right? It's like a tunnel or something. Where was I with this? So these are the equations that come out of it. 16 by 9, area space used, right? 16. Did I get that right? 16 by 9. Hold on. 9, right? 9 by 16. There's a couple of more equations in here. I'm not a mathematician. I do know the total area space used in here is the space of 282, and that's the space for the cycle of the game. GAME 26. 28 creates 26, creates 20. 20 will create 8 again. But anyways, okay, I think I did that. I think I did this. I wanted to do something on days of the week. It's what I actually came here to do, but I just want to just stop for a second. I think I'm going to go to the fridge. I'm going to read. It looks like what angle? The 33-degree angle? Right, the yodeler going up the angle. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe that was the angle. Oh, now I lost the page. Never mind. Yeah, I remember. But when you design it a little different, it starts to calculate a little different. Anyways, now I'm going to tell you the reason for the design after this commercial break. Be back in a minute. Okay. No music? What kind of music you want? They'll shut me down. If you want me to sing to you, brothers and sisters,
Mothers and daughters and fathers the same. Come on, get up and start to use your brain. Microprocessing, my friends. Why do we need so much water? We're trying to cool down our brains we never use. The minute we start to use our brain, all of a sudden, I got a headache. I got a headache. I don't know how to use this thing. How does it work? Oh my God. I went to sleep last night, forgot to shut my liver off. I didn't shut my liver off last night. Oh my God, my pancreas. Oh my God. Anybody check my pancreas lately? Oh, hold on a second. Oh, it was a wrong number. My heart loves me so much, but just sent me the wrong number. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on a second. It's my shoe phone. Must be my soul calling. Can't forget 86. Agent 86. Where's he coming from? 99. You get it? That in the numerics, headquarters, okay, 8, 17, 26, connecting to 35, 44, 53, 62, 71. Hold it a second. I have to stand on 17. That's like 17, but it's not. But it's part of 17 because 9 and 8 is 17. So I can be created with myself 8 and 9, and I can still be 17. What am I talking about? How come nobody can follow me? These are simple numbers that tell their own story from the games they come from, the position of the letters in their alphabet, their reversal, all definitions and reference to what has been created. I'm just bringing them back up. So if you need to know, just ask me. Yeah, I can put on music. So why I say that is because partly over here. 86 is the totality of the numerics added up 1 through 36, put in their proper boxes. Meaning, if I have number 17, that will be in box number 8. If I get number 26, that is in box number 8. If I get 35, box 8. If I get 44, box 8. You know what's funny about 44? 44 in the cube gets 33, box 6. 33 versus 44. Christ Christmas. 68, dividing of the seventh gate between 82, the cycle, and 74, time of Jesus. If you want to know a question of what I do with this, I added up numbers from 1 through 36 according to the roulettes. Now, I don't want to mix you up, and I don't remember where I was, so I'll try and remember now. Why did I bring this in? Does anybody remember the conversation? It all started. Hold on a second. Let me read that comment before. Okay, you don't know any of the games. Well, if you say exactly the specific game, you have to look it up. And the game of craps, look it up. You can see it online. You don't even have to know the game. I got it from the understanding the game, that this dice cube, okay, and the rules of that game, or the stories of the what happens with the dice cube numbers is rules, but the basic story is the game of craps is all about this dice cube. And when you win with certain numbers, why you win and what you don't win, and what numbers mean nothing when they're rolled at certain periods of time, depending on the action in the game. But you cannot stand away from number, what 5 is the opposite of 2 on the dice. And that is the, can I say, generic of the world of this dice cube. although we can change it if we want. And I have changed it before. When you're presented with an item, you're presented it with their order of numbers. But I have changed these numbers before. And I will do it again. And it's going to tell you a different story. Probably rebalance the story they have with all the sevens. Because I'm going to put 1 opposite of 2. I might leave 3 together to explain to you when 1 is opposite of 2, they come together just like that. So I might just put 1 opposite of 2. And then if 1 is opposite of 2, what will be opposite of 4? Can't be that. I just might make it 6. So if 3 is opposite of 6, 4 will be opposite of 5. So that's the fox passed to the sun. To make the things happen, what is happening, and what you will stop from happening by moving around these dots. If there's a possibility that these dots are not in the exact order they should be, or they're in a perfect order and should be unscrambled in order to restart the game from 0 instead of knowing that it's at the 7th gate, because that's easy. But where do we begin? We are supposed to be, the only way you can do anything is to make sure you do your darndest to find something to do. Find something to do, anything. And if you have some deeds to do, or somebody needs help that really needs help, go help them. But don't feel obligated because you feel, well, it's something I have to do. I have to do it all. No, you have to satisfy your vibration. But you have to know where the limits are, because there's always going to be limits. And one of the limits, I'm going to just tell you basically, you have to breathe, you have to sleep, you have to go to the bathroom, you have to cook some food. And if I go back years and years and years, you're going to have to go to the garden and you're going to have to grow that food. You're going to have to take care of the chicken. Make sure the chicken doesn't run away. Make sure that chicken, take care of that chicken, because that chicken has to lay some eggs because you need some breakfast. And you make sure at least you have 2 or 3 chickens, because you need them roosters running after the chickens to get more little chickens, because you got to eat. And don't worry if you're eating the meat. They chose to be who they are. That's right. If there's an afterlife, then we were created, and there's a purpose and an understanding for every beast that ever came to live on this planet. And if that chicken chose to be eaten, he also wants respect. That chicken wants respect. Every chick wants respect, don't they? So respect the chicken and respect the rooster, the well-dressed rooster in a nice tuxedo coming out there, cock-a-doodle-doo, look at me. I worked hard all week on the farm, and I'm getting up at 5 and I'm waking everybody up. Somebody respect me. I'm the big rooster, and I've got my big rooster suit on now. And you guys all want chicken for supper, don't you? Don't worry about it. I die before they cut my head off. I'm going back up, and I'm going to be a pig just like you. That's right. I'm going to be a pig just like you. Plug me in. Plug me in. There's no time to figure out anything other than the time where you have to have that good vibration and feeling inside of you. The joy of just being who you are and the choices that you make. And who am I to tell anybody else what? This is only my opinion. But over the 15 years, 16 years that I've been doing this, this is the understanding I have gained through the 16 or into 17 years of the work that I'm doing. I question myself. Where do I go? What do I do? I can't write it all down. I can't think of it all. I can't share it and tell somebody else because it means nothing. No, it doesn't work that way. Not the way I believe it. We're in some giant system, and somehow these cells that are inside of us can rearrange the alter system, that when it comes into this world, you're going to say, oh my God, we got so lucky. Look at that. The war stopped. But it was the alter world. The ring. The rings connected together forever. Always connected, never apart. The rooster chose to come here. The hen chose to come here. The goat chose to come here. You have to give brains to the animals. What if you gave the animals no brains? What if you gave the humans no brains? Man and animal created on the same day. Man and beast created on the same day. They all got part of that good vibration inside of them. Everybody. Okay, anyways, let me continue on to what I left off. There was a reason for this. And the reason for this is because of the letter N and the letter Z. That is the reason for this design. Okay, and it comes to a point. If it's the letter N, it'll be your walkway. Get on the bridge and start crossing all the way to the other side. And that is if it's the N. But if it's the Z, it is this way. And now your chairlift will be taking you up from this way all the way down to the end. See the two differences? This is the Z, and the other one. I don't know if I should put the N this way. I think it looked better when it was this way, the N letter. Does it make any sense? So that's where Heinz come in. It's the angle and balance. Heinz 57, the angle and balance of man and woman, because 57 and Heinz is the numeric value that comes out of the word Heinz, H-I-N-Z. It is the 4 letters that I just worked on. It is the reverse alphabet of Mars. As well, Heinz recreates the flag Union Jack, in which Union is unionized at 37 and Jack at 25, equaling to 62, which is the card game, the game of the queen, the god, and it is on a dog leg. 753. Okay, let me read this. First of all, information is for ourselves. We can't tell anybody anything. This is a preparation. Let's look at it a different way. If it was anything, it's a preparation for something tomorrow. A tomorrow that will only come and you'll never know. You'll think it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I waited for this so long. Well, the I can't believe I waited so long takes a long time. Even to the day you pass on, you may not know it, but that might be the greatest day because you've achieved arriving without stopping yourself from living, in which a lot of us do. Just stop ourselves from living because we don't understand something. If you're busy accumulating information, it's to wake your inner self up. Imagine teaching yourself something that you're going to need in 12 years from now. I don't want to learn it. I only need it in 12 years. May as well not go to school. I don't want to learn the ABCs no more. No, not for me. Not going to school. Why should I go to school? You know what I'm saying? So this is something that starts at the beginning. When you go to school, it's your own personal grading. It's not for anybody else. It's not for anybody else to look at. It's only for you. And sometimes, you know what? So you see, that's what it is about being alone and being with somebody else. It's like, I'm happy and I have nobody to share that happiness with. And you can't just keep going up to say, hey, I'm happy. Hey, I'm happy. But because you can't, it's a feeling of being with somebody else to where that happiness just says, oh, you know, there's just, oh, you know what I'm saying? There's that extra excitement, you know, somebody else to bounce things off of. That's what's fun, bouncing something off of somebody else. Well, in a context. The tier. I've been working on that word for a long time. The tier. What tier am I on? What tier? What tier? You know, there's a tier like meaning a level. What tier? So I am on the tier of joy and love joy, 3645 joy, which is 251525. The word joy and Planet X is that J10, which is ABCD, O is A, B, C, D, E. When you add them together, it creates 25, the letter Y. In that, it's 2 times 5 equals to 10, 3 times 5, telling us that 2 times 5 equals to Earth. 3 times 5 is electric company. So when you put that all together, 2 times 5 equals 10. A, B, C, D equals J. 3 times 5 equals to 15. This is Mars. This equals to 25. Y. So it becomes J, O, Y. Joy on Earth. Jack, yo, student. Jack, student. 25 is Earth. 35, that's electric company, that is creation. This becomes 51, Mars. Creation of Mars. As well, anytime you have a combination of 10, anything with a 0, I'm going to give it a star. This will now become 57. And this is your rotation of Heinz, the moon. This is also working in male and female and male that works together. Note that 1 is the reversal of 6, but in 10, it carries the 6, creating the 7, and that's the addition of our moon. So we understand how this came together in Lovejoy. So what was it? Joy, and it all came from the word tear. Tear, okay, I like to use the T or the G if you want. You can call it the gear. And all the letters, you can use the B for bear. What I'm trying to get to is time heaven, TH, okay, is connected to the EAR, which is the gold. It's a crossover through the moon. And see this? This is French for gold. OR is French for gold. Gold is numeric value 38. It is the same numeric value for the word club, the gold club. Know that club is one of the suits in the deck of cards. It is 1/4 of something, definitely representing Earth. As well, it is 1/2 because it is black. So it's representing 0.5. It represents the E world. At the same time, okay, this is 28. This is 24. 24 and 28 is the Earth cycle, 24 hours a day to a 28-day cycle equaling to 52. It is the same division on the piano. I remove or separate the first letter because many times they do that. If it was the beginning of a sentence, they will always capitalize it. So now I will separate it and use it for another value. So that's where the word tear comes in. And it also, because when E and A comes together, it right away represents the O, and now I represent that with Taurus angels. Actually, Taurus resident angels. ENT, crossover through the sun. There's ET and there's ENT. The entity and the ET, are they the same? So this is what I transpired through tear. Okay. At the same time, who transpires through tear? It is the angels again, and it is the mirrored angle. It is the reason I speak now for mirrored angle is because sometimes I'll take that T and I'll put the D passing through it. I will explain this now. This might be a little complicated. It's very complicated even for me because T is the 20th letter. The reverse is the G equals the 07th letter. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can do this the best. Another thing to understand, and it's very complicated, is that D, okay, A plus B plus C plus D equals to 10. This is a value of 20. This is a value of 10, 1 and 2. It's almost like saying I'm building a scenario right here. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it. I'm going to make you aware right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Since T has a value of 20,
where can I put that 20? Can I put it here and put this value over here? Or should I rearrange this? Or should I I'm just trying to think right now. Okay, or should I rearrange it and put 20 here, and 10 here? You see, if I would do that, right, I would end up with this. And this would be a total of 90. But if I did it this way, okay, that would be a total of 60. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this on the side for now. I don't know why I started with that. I'm going to get on to the what I was concentrating on. Just think of this for a second, okay? Because now it looks like they all have to be valued at 10. Hold on a second. Yes, a lot of times when you're saying, did you send the letter out? When you say the word letter, you tend to hear the letter T. When you say the word letter, and there's other words, butter. Sometimes you hear the D when butter is with a T. The 20th letter, I'm trying to see where my story is going, so please bear with me. I'm thinking, I just had the vision right now, and it's going over in my mind over and over and over again. Oh, and I got a cramp in my hand. Okay, and it comes from the word T and tier. Okay, in which this becomes OR, becomes the gold. This is valued at 33, and this is valued at 38. 71 creates the gateway. 38 is for the word club. The Jack of Clubs has 2 eyes. The Queens have 2 eyes. They have all their eyes. I don't want to talk about that. The T is the 20th letter. And the time you mentioned, it's 4 times 20 equals to 80. Okay, and then it's 4 times 20 equals to 80 plus 10. This is what the French say. So this is where I'm angling this whole thing. The French say, when you want to say 80, they say 4 times 20. When they want to say 90, they go 4 times 20 and 10. So when that happens, okay, that 10, you see the beginning of everything is when the ST, okay, the ND, okay, the RD, and then we add on the TH. First we build, and then we deliver. We deliver the standard death. First, second, third. The first of its kind, and here it's fourth. They are all the first of its kind. The reason we get this in the E over here is because, let me explain to you, the TH is 1 plus 2 equals to 3, right? Now we mirror the 3 onto the other side. Okay, is a total of 6. Then we add 4 onto it, equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So now the alpha omega of the countdown, 10 counting down through 1 and now blasting off. And now that's where we get standard death. And because we start over, we now end up mirroring, we now created A in the E world, the division of the 2 worlds. Now, is it a division like this of the 2 worlds? I don't know. I don't know which way I'm going to create this design, but that's where this word tier comes in. And since EA creates the O letter, I like to go TOR us. 21 and 19. And what's so funny about that is it's the T that'll separate 66. 21 and 19. These 2 letter positions. So when I see it, I just say Taurus, and in French it's surtout. Surtout is how can I say surtout or certainement surtout, and something of, I forget what this actually means. Surtout. I like to think of this as rust also as well. I don't remember why. It reminds me, Harley Davidson reminds me of our creation through Pluto. So this is where the tier all comes in. EA 1 and 2. Okay, so is there anything else in here? So yeah, so this here, whole design, let me see if I can make it even better. I want to see if I can design that just a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's only one dimension. I should be drawing more of those. 1, 2, 1. I want to draw this 2 times the size, see what it does. Right? 2 times the size. So I'm going to do 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have to do 32 here, right? So I'm going to have to, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Wow. 30, 31, 32. Wow. So this line is not going to be good. Oh, yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3. No, it's going to have to be here. This is my 4th end. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm doing. Anybody's still here? Where's my stuff to? Wow, I never have that stuff here. Oh, here it is. Just wanted to redo that design. Okay, now I got to go all the way down. Okay, here. Whoa, where did I go? Is that 16 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Anyways, I'm really not happy that I did it like that. Was that 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's what it should have been. I'm not very happy that I made it look like that. No. You know what's funny? Because it was the letter M, right? This is the letter N. So I'm just going to do this real quick. That this is the way I would draw the letter N, right? And now, in order to draw the letter N, I can't stop. I'm going to have to draw the letter N all the way down to here in order for me to come here and draw the complete letter N. Look how far it is. Look at the great distance, okay, that it is. That's the letter N. At the same time, it is the creation of where the average comes in, right? Over here at 16, where the average comes in at 16. For my letter H, okay, let me see if I can get this. I'm not really doing this properly, but Okay, well, it stops here, so everything should be stopping here. Let me see if I can stop everything here. I didn't want to. Okay, everything stops there. So here is my N design. Here is my H design. And then the I, right? The I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15 and 16. So the I, did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the I now goes over here. So that is what it basically looks like, Heinz, and that is how it diminishes. And if I would put the other line here for the Z, that's how it would rise. I'm questioning it. The Z, you would have one Z here, and then you'd have, would you have another Z? You'd have another Z down here. You'd have two Zs. So if you would have two Zs, you'd have one N, okay? You'd have one N. Let me see, you'd have one end come over here, right? And then you'd have, wouldn't you have another N that comes from here? So there's something I still have to understand in this design. And I do know in Russia, they write some of their letters backwards. So this didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it to. I have to go over this. There's a first time of everything. Oh, yeah. Okay. 7 for S. Okay. You know what? When you don't feel 100%, or if you do feel 100%, the question before meditating of anything is you have to find that place in your mind where you just accept what's going on, even though no matter how hard it is, how vicious it is, you got to find that place in your mind to just relax. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes, but breathing, if you know how to breathe in your stomach, learn how to breathe in your stomach. It's called something breathing. You breathe into your stomach and out to your mouth. Well, it doesn't matter if it's in or out, but that's the way I do it. In my nose, to the bottom of my belly, and out through my mouth. Do that 3 times. It's so exciting. It feels so good. There's a good vibration. Everybody wants to feel good. We're living in a world where no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, we're being stepped on. And the ones who notice it are getting hurt more than anybody else. The ones who notice it are doing more than anybody else. The ones who notice it are being heckled by everybody else. So the ones who notice it are taking on more pain than anybody else. And then there are those particular people in the world who think they know exactly what they're doing, don't believe that they're taking advantage of anybody, and they're actually doing the opposite of everything they think they are because they do not notice themselves. And I'm always hoping that someone can make me be aware. And sometimes the people that might make you be aware are the ones that are not aware at all. And that's why the information they're telling you is completely wrong and the complete opposite of who you are and exactly who you are as being good to what you are doing. So do not listen to others who they may think they know when they know nothing at all. Use your own self-judgment if you believe you have a good self-judgment of yourself in basis, I mean, not of yourself, but in basis of all. Well, forget about this design. Forget about this design. This basic design is 4 letters, H-I-N-Z. That's all. The reasoning for this separation is, well, I need to know an angle of the Z. I need to know an angle of the N
So by finding out the angle, I will find out the distance. Okay, this is just, I guess, a math problem that others would know that I don't. So I have to find it out a dumb way because I don't know the mathematical high class. If we can figure out everything on the dumb ladder, that's the learning stage. Then if we want to promote it, but until you understand how and why, who wants to go on? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to move on unless I understand how I got there. You know, we got to Earth. Now we're all asking that question. How did I get here? How come I'm here? How come I'm doing it? You see, you don't want to move on. You want to know, right? So we skipped the first stage of knowing and we just continued on at birth of life. But that's not it, because there was a birth before us. Oh yeah, you can't say nothing. Are you kidding? You just got to tell them, you know what they say, you can't argue the situation. There's just no arguing the situation. So you have to find those politeful words. Some people say don't try to change them. Some people say, well, don't make a joke of it. You know, how do you get under their skin because it bothers you? You want to wake them up. And you know, they might say to you, you know what, you're sleeping. And you can say, you know what, if I'm sleeping, it's a hell of a nightmare. If you can only see what I see, right? But then we're losing all our time and wasting all our time to the free life and the great times we can have, right? But if we don't correct the situation, it's going to swallow us up hook, line, and sinker, and we won't enjoy anything anymore. We want corrections, do we not? I mean, I just went to one of my sites. I don't know if you can go to that site. I wanted you to go to the site. Is actually, let me look it up. Let me see if I got it. Okay, here it is. I'm going to show you. Copy. I can't go there anymore. I'm trying to go there myself and make an order, but I can't. Let me see. Can I? Whoa, 300 and some. Wow, I can't even share their page. It's too many numbers. Let me go back to, hold on. You know, I'm trying to get this. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can get this. Just 1 second. The page is turning. Page is turning. Doesn't look like they're finding it. Wow, they found it. They found it. Okay, I don't have to show what it is. I can't believe it showed up. You know, I was just going to just show you that real quick. I just thought it was like really weird. Anyways, yeah, that was really weird. It showed up now. Okay, so I guess you know, I was talking about the loop this morning. Thanks for reminding me of that too. The loop that goes from this side. How long does it take to go all the way? How many loops can I take? Moving so many inches per second, per minute, per hour, per day, other than just going in a straight line. Imagine if that straight line was going like this and it was kept going around and around and around, but you're going in the circle. As it goes around and around like a record player, picking up all the information, the 28th day of the cycle moon has now reached the 28-day cycle, but it's never lost the information passing around the loop like a coil. There is way more distance, and our intestines are just like the same thing. They're all just, do you follow what I'm saying? It's like taking a cord that's 20 miles long. Imagine a cord that's 20 miles long, and you can hold it in your hand. You know what? We'll call it thread. We'll call it thread. And I'll just, you know what? I'll hold it in a ball. I'll hold it in a ball because it's 20 miles long. How big will the ball be? You follow what I'm saying? How we take on the understanding of life. And the things about the loops, going forward, going backwards, going forward, going backwards, going forward, going backwards. So while we're going forward here and here, maybe that's where the night is. But that's the Cancer loop, going back and going, always going back and then forward and back and then forward. We're never really, when you think we're advancing 48 hours in time, we've maybe advanced 16 hours in time because of the spiral movement and advancement. And why I'm saying that is because I was showing you numbers earlier. And through those numbers, I don't know if I'm going to, which way I'm going to do this. Okay, as we're going up on this angle or on this angle, I don't know what it is, or maybe it's because of our wobble. That's going to be our angle. Okay. Wow, I just automatically lost my trend of thought. Okay, I'm going to come up with, okay, I don't think anybody's really going to understand this. Let's see if I can do this. You see, this design, right, is the same thing as this design. So now I'm going to see if I can connect the top part now. Sorry to do that with you, but oh boy. I need more of this stuff. Oh my God. Thank you very much. I just want to say that thank you. I don't have your name right now. Thank you for the helping out, Mr. Tackpans. Thank you very much. I don't have your name. I mentioned it once before. I'm very sad that I don't have the name. So what we're going to do is, this is from down below or up above. Where am I going to start from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if that was 8, should I have started in the center? Let's make it at 7. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I didn't make that right. Something I should have ended up here. Anyways, what this is, okay, it's the same thing as this, except now I did it using boxes and obligations, because I had to move over 4 as I went down 2. Okay, over 4 as I went down 2, totaling my 16. Here, all I had to do is keep this on a 45-degree angle and meet all at the same time. You see, I was supposed to meet over here, but I started my box. My box should have been started over here. Okay, that's the way it would fit. It would fit just like that. Here are my 4, 8, 12, 16. Here's my 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 16. Let me see. Did I get that right?
Anyways, I think I'm wasting your time because I'm doing this now, and it's supposed to give me a middle of something. It's supposed to give me a middle of something. Anyways, I'm going to work on that and come back another day with this. Um, no problem, Michelle. You know, it'd be great to have a conference where we can meet 50, 60, or 70 people. And I think I would make it on Halloween. Yeah, we'd all be wearing masks. We'd all be perfect. We wouldn't feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Halloween. But you know what? Not true, because not everybody on Halloween wears a mask. You know what? Sometimes on Halloween they put on makeup. So why don't we just change everything? You know that? Why don't we just change everything? Let's put on some makeup. Instead of going out putting a mask on when you go into the store, put on some makeup. Tell them that's your lady's mask. Put on some makeup. Say, this is my lady's mask when you walk in. I got a face covering. I got a lady's mask. Halloween is on the 304th day of the year. In the leap year, it is the 305th day or the 365th day, also known as the day of the student, day of creation, creation of day, because it comes from Pluto. At first, I believe it was all night somehow, some kind of darkness where there is no day. I don't know why, but in the words, it says it. So and all zeros equal to 6. So when Halloween is on the 304th day, it becomes 364. And that's a representation of the 13 cycles of 28. So what happens, and help me with my math, please. Help me with my math. If Halloween is on the 304th day, okay, and there are 60 days missing, what is the calculation if everything ended here? You see, I always said this is 4 times 72 equals 288. To me, this is a complete cycle. This complete cycle happens in 2 days, 2,880 minutes. It happens in 2 days. Okay, so how does it count? What goes from here to here? There are 16 days. Why did I need to go the letter P over for 16 days to complete my cycle? Is it because everything started on 1 through 4 plus E equals to 10 plus 5 equals to 15, and then 1 through 15 equals to 16, also known as the pool balls? You follow what I'm saying? We have 288 days, but we needed so many days to create everything. 288s. Maybe it's 288s because we needed 176, 2 times 88. The 28 cycle of the passage of 80, which is the house planet, the 28th cycle of the moon, the passage of the house planet. I'm just playing with words right now. But anyways, Halloween is on the 304th day. Add the 6, it creates the 13 moons. It creates 364. So there's 60 days missing. How many days are missing? 1 per every 5 days? If 1 per every 5 days was missing, we'd be missing 60 days. You're missing the 305th day is added the day later on the leap year. Do you follow what I'm saying? You have 60 times 5 days equals 300. Instead of 60 times 6 days equals 360 plus 4. So you're working with every 60 days, there are 5 days. Every 60 days, every 5 days, a day goes away. Every 5 days, a day goes away. So after 90 days, you lose. After every 5 days, the 6th day is gone. So 90 days is, hold on a second, 60 equals to 50. 70 equals to, 72, did I get that right? Equals to 60. 80, 72 equals to 60. So doesn't that work out just perfect? Do you follow where I'm going with this? 60 minutes in an hour instead of 72 minutes in an hour. 84 equals to 70. This is also for Pluto. This is the 720 is the halfway clock, the way the clock works. I'm going to have to work on this equation also. I was going to just show off a few things.
This is where tortoise comes in, where 3 circles can run off of each other. The 4th circle I would put on the top to read all the boards at the same time. Just an understanding. Different ways we can run gematria, going up through 6 and then down through 1 and 1. And that's what I wanted to talk about. That's right. I forgot one more thing. This grinding road that's going up and down, is it going around number 7? Going around number 7. Where's number 7? Number 7 right up here. Okay. So it grinds on both sides. Does it grind around number 7 this way, or does it grind around number 3 and 4 this way? Do you understand what I'm saying? Which way is it turning? See over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see which number? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's grinding around 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's grinding around 4, 5, 6, 7. It's grinding around 4 and between 1 and 7, the 17th gate. That's the way it's grinding. So if it's going up like that, right? I always thought it was grinding around rotation this way, around the 7th gate, and then a rotation this way. And then the passage is on this angle like that, the 45-degree angle, and what I presume is the 33-degree angle that I worked on today. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. If anybody wants to come for a visit, you can join the crowd. Just watch out for my mouse. Oh, it's all over the screen. Michelle, take care. Thank you very much. We always have to try and find that way to resonate. The excitement, the joy. The last thing I just wanted to mention is not to forget, is why is everything end with man and then the moon? And then this came to me. Something to do with the spermatozoid and the moon. Something to do, and that's, I think, why they call it the man cycle, because something to do with that spermatozoid and not to do with the women, although it follows that cycle. It has to follow the man cycle, so it has to follow the moon. That's just something that resonated with me this week. And also because of the little worm that came out of the Matrix into Neo Anderson. Thank you. Bye-bye. Who else is on here? Micmac. Thank you, Micmac. Thank you so much, Michelle. Write me anytime. Send me pictures. Thank you. I'll try and figure it out.